And welcome back. So last week let's see, we smuggled lyrium to a mage. We got Dagna admitted to the Circle of Magi. Okay, we discovered that, let's see, Shale used to be Shale of House Kadesh, and also that apparently Sten's sword is in possession of Gwyn, a dwarf whom we met in the defense of Redcliff. And the plan for this week is to retrieve that sword and also to finally get good old, what's his name, Arl of Redcliff. Get him healed and back up on his feet.
Very well.
Now, can we... Yes, it looks like we can just directly leave here instead of going through all of the deep roads and Orzammar. I don't think there's anything I particularly need to do anywhere in there, so I'll just go straight to camp. Alright. See if I run it.
I still got it.
Wait, that was a success? Are you sure?
Weren't you watching? She could barely restrain herself. Might as well rest up while I can. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm reminded of like stories of guys saying like, "Oh yeah, this woman was all over me," and you look at the actual interactions, like, nah, she really wasn't at all interested. But I mean, recently, Kelsey was somewhat interested, but I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Like, why you only just chose to take off your helmet now? What is it like to be a warrior in Orzammar? Which, I mean, I wouldn't know. I was a noble.
You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved.
What do you mean?
I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight and when you win and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for.
Kind of disagree with that about swords. Is that yes, they are weapons of war. They're intended for using killing, but they can also be used to defend. But yeah, that. As I understand, that has been an issue, like throughout time. Is that you teach people, soldiers, warriors, to kill, and then they come back to society, and they can have, well, what we now know as PTSD. I think the oldest term I know of is 1,000-yard stare. Or I think, at least in some cultures, that was understood as being a wound of sorts. But might be a bit of a difference. It's like pre-modern times, because the population wasn't as big, unless you were more likely to be able to find other people who understood what you were going through and thus could help you. I see what you mean.
You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right? This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions?
I have nothing but inane questions. How do you like the surface? I mean, you've only been here like a couple days, weeks.
It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Oh, who'd have thought ale made with grain? Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy. Pull up a drink, Warden. Join me in my sodding hole.
Something bothering you?
Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something?
You know, you might be less tired if you weren't wearing your armor around in camp, but I could talk. I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Do you miss Orzammar?
What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back.
Miss Orzammar. Yes, Miss Orzammar of Dragon, whatever year this is. Gonna have a pageant. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
We'll talk more later.
Aye. All right then.
Alright, talk to Shale.
It has occurred to me that I have been... Excuse me. This is not easy. It occurs to me that I have been less than charitable with it since it reanimated me.
You have good reasons, I think.
I have come to realize that it has been good to me. You have been good to me, even though you had no control rod to enforce obedience. I have never had one before, so I don't know how to thank you for being, you know...
A soft, squishy flesh creature?
That too. I followed you expecting to find answers to my questions, but I think I have found something better.
Does this mean I get to be called you now?
No, it's a one-time thing. I don't want to raise its expectations to unrealistic levels after all. Oh, let us not speak of this awkward bonding moment ever again. To the road.
Anything else to say?
I am listening.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
So you're a female? I had no idea.
I did not think it needed to be said. It has never told me what gender it is, has it?
I am male.
Good for it. I am sure that to other creatures as soft and weak as itself, that would be perfectly obvious. The truth is that whatever gender I was is irrelevant now. I am a golem. I have no gender. It will not become an issue.
No, not at all.
Good. Let us leave it at that. Now, let us crush something soft and watch it fountain blood. That is a girlish thing to want to do, yes?
Yes. The girlish desire to hear the screams of dying warriors and beasts. Alright, let's take a quick gander at what I've got in terms of...
Nice indeed. Yes.
Everything brings us closer to victory.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Have you heard any rumors?
Of all the strange news, everyone is talking about some brother in Denerim claiming that the urn of sacred ashes has been found. Actually found. I understand the Chantry is a bit skeptical and probably won't get a chance to deal with the brother's claim until after the war is ended. But it's incredible even so, don't you think? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
That's weird. I thought you were an Orzammar dwarf. Wouldn't really thought much of the Andrastian faith. Anyway, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright. Hey, honey.
Your desire?
Can I ask you something?
So, full of questions, are you? Your desire?
I'd like to ask you something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Yes, sir.
Ah, such a romantic, I see.
Alright. Off to Redcliff. Or to the roots of that tree.
Yes.
Sten,
Indeed.
Morgan, and Dogrun. Redcliff Village, and then when I actually go to see the Arl of Redcliff, I will swap in Alistair. What? An interruption? Teyrn, hello.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Teyrn can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, Dwarven made.
Times have changed in Orzammar, but let's see that discount. Um, Hello.
The captain sends his regards.
And a couple gold. Yep, that's it. There's a chest. There's a chest.
Very well.
Alright, win.
It will be done.
I hear you.
Go celebrate, or whatever you have to do.
I'm looking for Grenori's sword you bought.
Now, why would you be interested in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive.
Name your price.
6 sovereigns.
Persuade. 2 sovereigns. Take it or leave it.
Good enough. It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone? Go celebrate, or whatever you have to do.
I could use your help against the Darkspawn.
If I wanted to fight Darkspawn, I'd have stayed in Orzammar. No thanks. Go celebrate, or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero, or something.
Yes.
Alright.
As you say.
If Arl can be revived, maybe we might see an end to all this misery. I have my doubts.
Oh. Alright. Time to give Sten a sword.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
What will you do now?
My sword is in my hand again. I should put it to use. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Then lead the way.
Sten. Dad, it's nowhere near as good as what I currently have him using. Oh well.
Unexpected.
Thunder
Thank you.
Helper.
Wait.
Yes.
Vashaden.
Yes.
Vashaden.
Okay.
Yes.
Indeed.
Redcliff Castle and see about getting the Arl back on his feet. Hi.
Our instructions are to send any returning knights to the castle.
Very well.
Hello, Bantegan.
You return. Might you have news?
I found the urn.
You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives, though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it. This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
If I need help against the blight, I need your help against blight. That will do.
I understand, but regardless of your motivations, I feel you are worthy of a reward. I would like to honor your efforts. Nothing more.
As you wish, then.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliff. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Cailan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped.
What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
What are you proposing, then?
We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance of fighting the Darkspawn.
But once everyone learns what he's done...
I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
I think that's a great idea.
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
No.
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
What's stopping Loghain from just attacking Redcliffe?
Why do you think he had me poisoned? He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly. If I call for a landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations. I'm sure he'd rather I died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened.
What are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
Wouldn't it be simpler to just kill Loghain? I mean, with the schemes and conspiracies, the way politics are run in Dwarven lands, I'd probably think that.
I'm not sure that would help our cause. We would become the criminals, and our accusations would become excuses. Furthermore, I'm not even certain where Loghain might be.
Do you think this landsmeet idea will work?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
What about the Darkspawn?
Ferelden must stand united to defeat the Darkspawn. A fractured nation will not defeat the Blight, even given my army and those gathered with your treaties.
And what if we support Loghain?
I hope that's a joke.
I hope it does not come to that. If you are suggesting surrender, consider that he has already sought your death. You think he will spare you, knowing what you know?
Seems we have little choice.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jaren, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord.
other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
He confronted the demon in the Fade to save Connor's life.
Thus spared my wife from offering herself as sacrifice as well, I understand. But has he done all this just to save his own skin? And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained.
Do whatever you wish. I don't really care.
Then there is nothing more to say. Jowan, I hereby sentence you to death. May the Maker show you the mercy we cannot.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. We should head to Denerim as soon as possible. I can delay that, however, if you have other plans. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me.
Let us go to Denerim now.
Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim, and may the Maker watch over us. Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The Blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies.
If Honora rules, let her speak for herself.
Ah, the Grey Warden recruit. I thought we might meet again. You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden.
Enough of this. When does the Landsmeet begin?
Don't interrupt, Churl. Your betters are talking.
Addressing
Enough,
me?
Calthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight. Your selfish ambitions to the throne.
If you want to save this land, stand with us.
I should put my faith in untried foreign hands. Do you think I'm blind? Cailan depended on the Grey Warden's prowess against the Darkspawn, and look how well that ended. Let us speak of reality rather than tall tales. Stories will not save us.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Teyrn bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon.
Have you known Loghain a long time?
My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Loghain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle, and the farmer's son. When Loghain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy, but he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying.
And now he kills Merrick's son and steals his throne.
And conspires with a blood mage to poison me. It is a bitter dose to taste. The Chantry speaks truly about the corruption of power. If a man like Loghain could go and do this, I would never have believed he would do anything but what was best for Ferelden. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the Landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the Landsmeet then.
Okay. Okay, and this will be where I'll call it for this one. Thank you for watching, doing your relevant things with YouTube's buttons, and have a nice day.